Welcome to Obi-Wan Studios, and for today's LEGO Star Wars set review, we have the 75404 Acclamator-Class Assault Ship. It released on January 1st as part of the Starship Collection for $50 and contains 450 pieces. And I gotta tell you guys, getting an Acclamator anything from LEGO Star Wars was something I just did not see coming at all, but I personally am very excited to actually open up and build this set and just to have a little display set of an Acclamator. I remember watching episode 2 at the very end. You saw all the Acclamators, all the clones getting on it, and I just thought it was so cool. So getting one of these, I'm pretty excited for. Now, when it comes to the box art for this set, it's done up in that standard 18+ all black color scheme, not too much going on the front. Turning to the back side of it, we do have a cool shot of the end of episode 2 with the Acclamator in orbit around Coruscant, and then the dimensions of the set also. Pretty basic, but still a fairly good looking box in my opinion. Alright, it's time to unseal the Acclamator, and as always, if you guys want to support my LEGO Star Wars set reviews, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now let's get this Acclamator all opened up. Inside of the box, we have our instructions manual, and if you open it up, there is a foreword by the creative lead and design director for LEGO Star Wars, Jens, with some nice shots of the Acclamator in episode 2. And then if you turn the page, there is a nice shot of the Acclamator again, with just some information on the actual ship and universe. I absolutely love these little details and additions to instruction manuals in Starship Collection and Ultimate Collector Series instructions manuals. There is no sticker sheet with this set, which is going to be a very nice thing. And then 4 numbered bags. I'm going to go and build everything now, and I will check back in with you guys once the set is all complete. Alright, here we have our Acclamator-Class Assault Ship, and I just think this thing looks so fantastic. It might be my favorite Starship Collection set that LEGO has done to this date. I just think it's such a great looking model, and the transition from the Acclamator going into LEGO form, especially at the scale of this build too, was done so incredibly well. And the fact that we even get an Acclamator, I just think is very, very cool. Definitely an unexpected Star Destroyer kind of Star Wars ship to get in MIDI scale, but that's the great thing about MIDI scale. They can kind of make whatever they want, and the Acclamator getting selected to be one for 2025 was just such an awesome choice in my opinion. Okay, so now diving into the details of our Acclamator, starting off with the wings, and I think the shaping and design of them was done very, very well. They just look fantastic. At the very front, you have just a little bit of the points of the wings sticking out from the middle, just a little bit, but that's accurate to what we see in universe, so that's a great detail that they got right. You have a beautiful looking red stripe that runs down the middle too, and there's very few gaps in terms of the actual midsection and the wings as well. I think they did the absolute best that they could to minimize those. One thing with the red stripe is that this 1x1 brick piece should probably have been dark red as well. If you look at any source material for the Acclamator in this Republic color scheme, the red pretty much runs right up to the front nose, so it's just a little bit short on this model from what I can tell. So just one small detail that could have been done a little bit better. On the top side of each wing, we have an open circle fleet logo and some red stripes. All of these pieces are printed and they look fantastic. It just helps to add that value for your money as well. When LEGO wants you to pay $50 for a bit of a smaller build, getting all printed pieces that look this good just helps to add that value for your money. It's a little bit perplexing though, because LEGO, their consistency with what they print and what they don't print seems a little bit all over the place for LEGO Star Wars. The Starship Collection Invisible Hand never got printed pieces, which they should have because the stickers didn't look the best on that set. And then even for a set like the Ultimate Collector Series Venator, you got stickers when the pieces should have been printed because they didn't look that great either. The color matching between stickers and the actual brick pieces, I don't get why LEGO struggles to get it right, but they just can't. It's really a shame. So LEGO, keep doing this, because if you're going to print pieces like this for a $50 Starship Collection set, when it comes to other sets like this and Ultimate Collector Series sets, I just think there's no reason why you shouldn't be doing the same, because these look great and it's such a shame when the stickers just don't look that good. One detail that I think was done exceptionally well with this build is the actual underside scaling compared to the rest of the Acclamator. If you look at any of the source material, the underside of the Acclamator is pretty bulky and large actually, and the wings, when they come out to the ends, are very skinny, and I think that design was just reflected very well here, an underappreciated detail I think when it comes to this build. And our Acclamator comes with a really awesome Easter egg incorporated into the build. On the underside, on each side, you have a big hatch that can open downwards for the clone troopers and gunships, walkers to all enter into the Acclamator, like you see in episode 2 when the Clone Wars are beginning. All those clone troopers are marching up into the Acclamator. Such a cool scene that I remember from my childhood. Really awesome. And the fact that LEGO just did this into the build, it was totally unnecessary, but very, very awesome. And in the instructions manual, they do make note of this Easter egg like they do for all Easter eggs, just reading it for you guys. In the hangar bays, dozens of LAAT gunships and thousands of clone troopers are lined up, ready to deploy for the Battle of Geonosis and rescue the Jedi Strike Team from the Petronki Arena. I don't think I've ever actually pronounced the Geonosis Arena's real name before, so that was a little interesting, but a really awesome Easter egg that they added in. Moving towards the back of our Acclamator, we have the bridge, and it was done just so well in my opinion. I really love the single transparent piece too that just helps to show the actual bridge's interior. The nose section for the back of the bridge as well was shaped very, very well, all scaled very nicely with the rest of the build too. And then we move towards the back of the Acclamator, the very end section with the rear fin and the engines. And this area looks really great. I think it's honestly probably the best looking part of the Acclamator, almost because it was designed so beautifully. That rear fin looks great, and then the two larger engines and two smaller engines are all scaled perfectly with each other too in that rear fin. It was just done super well, and the light blue transparent pieces for the thrust just look very sharp. This Acclamator is just such a beautiful model. And then lastly, we have our standard Starship Collection stand, all in black, keeping with the same theme. I love that consistency, and LEGO just needs to stick with this stand design for the entire Starship Collection's life cycle. I want them all to look the same. It looks great. Don't change it, LEGO, please. Then we have a nice printed piece with the LEGO Star Wars on the top, and then the Acclamator-Class Assault Ship name, like you'd expect for all Starship Collection sets. Just looks really, really good. One other thing that I thought would be awesome for this review is to just quickly show the Acclamator next to the Invisible Hand, because odds are a lot of you guys will probably have both of these sets to display alongside them, both prequel sets. The Acclamator, I think, looks so great at this specific scale. It just makes me wish even more that the Invisible Hand was scaled up a bit for the Starship Collection, given a bigger price point, more pieces. It just made into a bit of a grander model. I think it would have looked really cool having a big Invisible Hand Starship Collection set to then display alongside the Acclamator, because now if they do a Venator, which I know a lot of us were wishing this set was, is the Venator going to be the same scale along kind of all three of these, kind of the same in size and around the same price point too? Because then that, to me, would look a little wonky on display, with the Acclamator supposed to be being the smaller of those three sets. So to me, it would have made more sense make the Invisible Hand bigger, make the Venator bigger, and then have the Acclamator kind of around this size, just so that there's some accurate sense of scale. I don't know. That's kind of the first thing that I thought of. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me. But either way, having said all of that, they both look awesome on display, both fantastic sets, and both no-brainer buys, really, in my opinion. When it comes to LEGO Star Wars sets releasing in 2025, the Starship Collection Acclamator is the first of what seems to be many surprises we are getting for this year, and what a fantastic surprise that we have gotten. The build, I think, is basically perfect. The one small detail that I think could have been better, like I mentioned, is just that 1x1 brick kind of near the front of the nose. Change that to dark red and it just would look a little bit more accurate. But otherwise, this is really the perfect Starship Collection Acclamator that we could have asked for. LEGO absolutely nailed it in every way, and I think it's honestly my favorite Starship Collection set to date. The one kind of thing about this set that I could see why you wouldn't want to pick it up just yet is that $50 price point. It does feel a little bit steep for what you get, but at the same time, the build is so great. It looks so awesome as a display piece. I personally feel fine spending that $50 on this set because you get all printed pieces, you get such a great looking model. Just the fact that everything was nailed just makes it, worth it, and that value is kind of there. If Lego did throw it up on a 10, 15, 20% sale, whatever it is, it's definitely a no-brainer in my opinion. But even for that retail price, if Lego wants to charge a premium for sets and kind of do price increases, as long as the set's quality go along with it, I'm not too upset about it personally. Thank you guys for watching my review on the 75404 Acclamator-Class Assault Ship. If you guys enjoyed the review, make sure you leave a like. And as always, let me know your thoughts on this set in the comments down below. And of course, if you enjoyed the review as well and want to support my LEGO Star Wars set reviews and see all of my LEGO Star Wars 2025 set reviews throughout the year, make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. That's just the best way to support the reviews and the videos I make. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next LEGO Star Wars set review.